Howdy, howdy. I'm finally back. I'm not. Hey, Bonnie, I was actually going to be here at exactly at 7, but, well, I almost thought about not going live today because of the really warm weather. I think my phone said, just a minute. I think my phone said that um it was 91, and yeah, that's a little warm. I was trying really hard, Bonnie, seriously. Hi, Stephanie. Oh boy, the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I was like, I can't postpone this another week because I've done it. Well, last 2 weeks ago, it was kind of by mistake. I was gonna put a thing up that I am going to be not going live possibly because I was down at my sister's, Miriam, and where she lives, they have. I know. Bonnie. Down there where she lives, they only have AT&T phone. So, I mean, only AT&T phones work. So, all of us has Verizon, and they're good service until you get out of um, Verizon towers. So, I thought about signing into Miriam's. I just got a notification from Rite Aid. I'll have to worry about that later, but um, I thought about switching. I log into her Miriam's phone and going live, but I completely forgot. Actually, I think the time that should have been live, I was out with Miriam in the side by side going through uh around her property and the big property where she bought part of a bigger property, and she was showing me all of this, and yeah, and we came back and I'm like, oops, I forgot. Hi, Mel. So we went down there for Amy's birthday party. It was a wild one, but Miriam really did try to keep it safe and stuff. And I mean, life is sometimes just that. Accidents happen. So yeah. And then we went down, Mom and Laura went down Saturday. Then Sunday, Dewey and I went down, and the party was on Sunday. And then Mom and Laura went home Monday, and Dewey and I stayed another night and came home really late Tuesday night. I hadn't really planned on going home that late, but I should have known. That's just how it happens. And since we're night owls, it didn't really matter. Although I like to drive in the daylight rather than dark, but it was fine. We got up to and could get something to eat, and before they were closed. Yeah, Dewey is saying that uh, live with friends, the V is silent. So funny. Oh, exactly. And so we came home And oh, Tuesday. No, that was Monday night. I got to, and probably all of you guys saw the four-wheeler uh, video, but I got to ride the four-wheeler for the first time in my life. And oh my goodness, I was scared at first. I'm like, I quit, but I kept going. And the first loop was really scary. I mean, I was riding it's not her place. Isn't really steep, but it's still, hilly. And if it would have been flat, it wouldn't have been no big deal, right? I mean, if the path is straight, you don't really have to worry about anything. Nothing. But yeah, but it's not as adventurous if it's just straight flat. But anyways, and the throttle was on the handlebar, and I had to get used to it. And Miriam's like, "Go easy on it." And I'm like, "I am trying to." You guys saw it all, and yeah, the first couple times going down that hill around the barn, that's how we went, and back up to her lane. I rode the brakes. But after that, I started going down without, I was prepared to use the brakes if I needed to. But it felt at first like I could just slide off, and yeah, I didn't slide off, but it was so fun. I told her she might have just created a monster. Next time we come down, I want to ride the four-wheeler again. And she had another smaller one, and she rode them with me. So I'm hoping we can do that again next time we go down, and that's going to be next month. But yeah, so it was, I mean, I did take my CPAP with me this time, and it was a lot better. I mean, there were times that it was it's just life, But then came home, and I was out. Oh, I was going to do that. Oh, I've got by next week, or I might just make a video and put it on. Some of my plants are taking off, like, now with this warm weather, and I will have to take water out and water them tonight. Yesterday it rained some, but I want to, I want them to flourish really good. I did put fertilizer around it a week ago, but yeah, so I'm gonna make a video of that. But then Saturday a week ago, I was just tired, so I went and laid down on my bed, kind of rest and stuff, and I looked at my leg, and I'm like, right below my knee, I was like, what is that? Yeah, talking about that, a couple of storms tonight. Tomorrow it's not going to be quite as warm, but it's going to be really, really warm. But I didn't look at the thing today, but anyways, that Saturday I saw something on my knee or below my knee, and I kind of scratched at it. I thought it was just a piece of dirt, and but I looked at it more, and here I saw it was a really tiny bug. I saw tiny legs moving. And I'm like, that's weird. So I decided, well, I want to kill it, or yeah, it was a tick, tiny tick, pretty sure. And I tried to um kill it with my thumbnail, and it popped, and yeah, it was crazy. But so I was like, well, okay, I want to keep my eye on my leg. And I came back out, of course, to the living room, and we watched PD, um, OP live, on patrol live. And after that, I think it was after that, I looked at it, my knee. I told you I want to keep an eye on it because, ticks, especially tiny ticks, they can be bad. And I mean, there was nothing really there except maybe two little dots, but one, I was just one because it was just one place. And next day I got up, put pants on. I completely forgot that I had a bite. And that night I went to bed and I'm like, wonder how it looks. I look at my knee, leg, and I'm like, whoa, it was a big red flared up. OPL, yeah. And I'm like, this could be bad. I told Dewey and I texted to Mom. And Dewey said, well, put a pen mark around it and then watch it. Well, next day, Mom was saying she wishes I would go get checked out because, and then I had some friends, well, Bonnie is one of them, and they said I really should go get it checked out. And my sister Mary, she's like, you've got to go get it checked out, because see, when Tim, her husband, passed away, I think it was just after that that she really got sick with a tick bite, and she was on antibiotics and all that. So yeah, so next Wednesday I finally decided to go and get it looked at. They took and then the person, the doctor, I guess, she said, "What do you?" She said that usually they recommend you to get a dose of antibiotics within 72 hours. 70, yeah. But I was just past that. She said she's going to, I thought it was a 10-day, um, you know, antibiotics that she was going to give me. And she said, or do you want a blood test? Well, I'm I was running a tad temperature. I was 99.9, so about 100. And I said, sure. And I figured she meant she'll do the labs and then they'll give me and still give me the medicine because Lyme disease is no joke. And so I said, sure, because I wanted to know. So I went and usually I like to go somewhere else to do my labs because they put it on my chart. Well, I decided just do it there because I went to the urgent care because my doctor wasn't in. And so she said she'll call it in. And so I left and went up to my pharmacy parking lot. Was just sitting there and doing stuff, waiting for the prescription to come in. I kept looking at the app and nothing. And then I tried to call urgent care back. Well, they were closed, but they told me that, well, I I mean, I've called and stuff. They said they're open till 7. Well, this was like 6 something, and they said they were closed. So I'm like, okay. So I waited until a little bit after 7. I'm like, nothing was there. So I even checked the other pharmacy because I'm in, well, I'm making a whole short story very long, I know. Oh, okay, 34. So I said 4%. If it's 4%, I'm going to be gone. But I'm 34%, the phone that is. But anyways, I'm in the middle of changing pharmacies. I even checked both pharmacies and I'm going home. So next day I called urgent care and I'm like, where is the pills? Well, and she did then call it in. But when I left from urgent care, it was really funny. I looked at the paperwork and it said 1 day, and I figured she meant she did a mistype. It's supposed to be 10, so I'm like, oh well, accidents happen. Well, they called back and said they called it to the other pharmacy that I usually was with. I'm like, okay, and what I like about where it's at writing, what I like about that, you can see how your pills look usually or your medicine and how many you're getting out of that. And I looked at it and it said 2 pills. I'm like, oh, she is serious about just 1 day. So I went in and I had other pills, medicine to get picked up. So I wasn't going in only for 2 pills, but I still haven't heard of heard back from my test. I'm assuming it's negative, but I sent them a message asking, and my knee is pretty well healed up. I mean, they're just a tad. I didn't really look at it today, but I mean, I'm hoping that it was clear. But I just wish they would let me know because um, and some doctors are that way. If the test is negative, they don't let you know. And I understand. No, but they still did it. They still done the test, um, but the nurse did tell me that usually they don't do it for till 2 weeks out. So, but I there was something else that um happened a little while ago, and I suppose they don't let me know unless there was a problem, and it's like, but about 2 3 years ago I had a thing cut out of my back, and the surgeon did call me and tell me that it was clear. I love it when they do that. I know it's extra steps and stuff, but it's just, I know it's, so I still have that test. I mean, yeah, they usually don't do it, but they did it, and I would like to know. Oh, yeah, I send them a message. I might wait for a while, maybe, but they said they know within a day or two, so I might send them another message. But yeah, yeah, talking about the weather being so warm this week, um, we both have or I had an appointment tomorrow, and the vehicle we are driving has an AC in it. It works pretty good until it's really warm and it's hard to keep up. And for me, I probably could stand it, but I know Dewey, he has a very hard time staying cool. But I was still going to try to make the appointment. Well, this morning, Dewey said, I can't go. He's not feeling good. He has a sore throat and stuff. And so I called today and rescheduled it for a couple weeks from now. But, you know, oh boy. Then, was it last Sunday night? Must have. No, because last Sunday was Father's Day, and I did get to go out to visit Dad, and they had a cookout for Dad, and for all the fathers at the rest home. It was nice being there. Then I went out, so it might have been Friday night. Oh my! Watch is saying low battery. Good. This I'm gonna make another. I'm gonna make a video review of this watch. But anyhow, yeah, Friday night I think. No, it was Saturday night. Oh, Friday night. No, it was Friday night. I know that. Um, we were done watching PO live and OP live. Oh boy. And we were just sitting there, and I was kind of wishing to go to bed and thinking I should, and all of a sudden everything turned off. Well, the laptop stayed on because it has a battery in it, which it didn't stay on real long. I should have, but I did look a little bit more, and then it just shut down. And Dewey called, and before that, about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, there was a storm went through, but nothing major, I didn't think. But it went off like it was after 1 o'clock in the morning. And I figured it would come on in a couple hours or maybe 5 hours. Yeah, it was off for 12 hours. It didn't come back on until almost 2 o'clock the next day. And I made it. We made it. Thankfully, it wasn't so warm yet, but we did use a battery pack, and Dewey has a battery operated, well, a fan that's operated through a USB cable, so he plugged it into that, and that really helped a lot. But it's like, yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, we saw Dad. Dad, he had some things happen and recently that his voice is really low. You can't hardly hear him, and sometimes you can't hardly understand him. And you can't really understand him if you can't really hear him. It's a whole thing, but yeah. Um, I don't know. That's a good question, Mel. I don't know if I know. Who knows what they can do nowadays? I mean, sometimes, yeah. Maybe they keep the blood, but why the nurse says it should be back in a day or two, I don't know. I might just call. It's likely it's too late today, but I might call tomorrow and say, hey, what is my blood result? And if it's negative, thank goodness, thank God, and we'll go from there. But yes, I definitely agree with that. And actually, I might call another doctor. 'Cause I do kind of wonder about that too. I had um, yeah, uh, yeah, I will. Okay, um, guys, I think this blanket is almost ready to be sent to my cousins. I still have several more um rows to do, but I'm getting there. Hey, Lana, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm going to crochet a little bit and see if I can get this right in the first time. Last time I tried to do this, I had to um uh, rip it and redo some of it, but yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, she said she'd would like to. Well, she said either one, blue for a boy or a gender neutral color. Yep. Well, I will send it to her parents' mom, and then they'll take it over when they go over because they're going to go over in July, I think. So I want to get this done quickly and send it to them and not miss the boat because it's pretty expensive sending stuff over to Africa. But yes, you guys want to see it again? Yep, I asked Becky, her mom, which they also have their own YouTube channel. Gerald and Becky Miller, I think it's called. And she said, yeah, that they would take it. Now, I did get some vacuum storage bags. I'm going to put it in there and take the air out and send it. Now, I'll put a note, do not open um, until yes, that's partly why I went and got it tested because I don't want the alpha gal. And how I understand with the alpha gal, you can't hardly eat red meat anymore. You know, that would be very um heartbreaking to me because I like red meat. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to be sick either, which I think I don't have it, but yeah, I'd like to know though, you know? Oh wow. Yeah, I heard that that's one thing you can't hardly eat. And I like my burgers or meat with my stuff. That is not good. Yeah, I figure I probably would have, but yeah. Yeah, this was really tiny. I mean, it was crazy. It was a little bit bigger than pinhead, but it was tiny. I mean, at first, like I said, I thought it was just a piece of dirt, and yeah, but I've never had a tick bite that bruised like it bruised like it did with that. I mean, it was crazy. But still, I want to know if it. I mean, I want to know that it's clear, and then to think, well, I've you know I'm fine and not still be something lingering. But I don't have a bullseye. I don't think on it. Pretty well healed up, unless the bullseyes come later. Yep. Yeah, it isn't that the truth. It was weird. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel too terrible bad, although I have so no. All of a sudden, a thing comes. I'm back. Can you guys see? No, just all of a sudden came up saying, "Uh-oh, something went wrong," and and I don't know what went wrong, but I hit try again, and here I am. That was weird. Yeah, Mom, was it a couple days after you were bitten, or about the same time length? That was weird. It was just, oh, suddenly I was like, whoops. Um, Mom, I'm not sure. Thing came up, said, uh-oh, something went wrong. And no, I'm still here. Hopefully you guys can see me because I wasn't done. But I guess if God tells me to shut up, it's one way to do it, but he shouldn't have let me come back then. Well, it's been now 2 weeks and I think I seem fine. I mean, yes, my neck is sometimes kind of sore, not my throat, but my neck. But I think it's just from riding four-wheelers and stuff, and it happens. But yeah. So, how have you been doing for the last several weeks? Yeah, actually, I've checked it a couple times, and I'm wondering if their thermometer was working right, because I know it was a um one of those that reads your temple, and I checked it under my tongue, and I really didn't have fevers. Well, then again, if I take ibuprofen, and I didn't take it that day because I'm like, if I truly have a fever, I don't want to, take it and the ibuprofen, then they'll show that I don't have a fever. So that time I didn't take ibuprofen, but I did have ibuprofen morning, the day when I got up. But I checked it a couple times and I didn't have any fever, so I don't know. But I still want to know what that test result was. So, yeah, Mom, your bullseye showed up almost immediately, didn't it? Yeah, last week, oh, it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was last week that I went to the urgent care, and I just didn't, I just didn't feel the greatest. And so I just decided that I'm not going to have the live. But yeah, I did turn the fan on higher. It was, I think, on low up here, ceiling fan. Yeah, I think I would see it pretty good on my leg if it was, but I will check it again because I definitely don't want it. And if it is there, I want to get, you know, help. But I think I'm in the clear, hopefully. But yeah, I told Mom in frustration that I guess I just won't have fun anymore. And, but of course, I mean, I won't do that. No, it's going to be this, Lana. I'm going to send this over with them. So the blue one I will finish, but I'm doing this first because she said she'd like to have a gen, gender neutral blanket. So she's hoping to have a little girl sometime, which who knows, she might have another boy. But yeah. So I'm sending this instead of the blue. Which it makes sense. I mean, having gender neutral blanket. Then I want to make a couple of baby hats. And I will probably use um the blue color, and also make a couple of hats with this. So yeah, I'm gonna give the blue likely. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with it because I have somebody else's that's going to give it, but their baby is growing. It's past winter and stuff, which I guess they still can use it. This is a anti-peeling decay or lightweight. and that means that it can be washed over and over, and it stays nice. And I got some more. Um, it was on sale the couple weeks ago for a half price, so I got some more. Now, Bonnie, you might want to perk your ears. They do have a new anti-peeling medium 4 weight. It's actually, I'm waiting to see how the to see somebody else's reviews on it, because but usually their Premier yarn is real good, but it's a gradient color. It looks like it's going to be pretty. So yeah, now this is where I might mess up this time, but hopefully I won't do that this time. Oh boy. If I tell you this, with this heat, you just kind of lose your appetite. I know what you mean. Now since, okay, see ya, Mom. I know what you mean, Bonnie. I bought some yarn that it's pretty and stuff, but practical, not as much. I'm learning. Don't buy yarn unless you can really use it. I have some yarn that I will be able to use it, but it's just, I don't know. But if I go to like a place that the um yarn is marked down really much, I'm not gonna buy something unless I really do like it and I do use it. Because I have some yarn that is fine and sport, and it's like, I don't know if I want to use that. All right. Oh, brother. Hi, Martinsy, Yarn and Crafts. Yeah, I finally came alive. I am alive. I finally went live again. Last couple weeks, well, you can watch the front of the beginning of this video to find out what was going on. I'll show you the blanket that I'm making for my family. Well, my cousin's baby. Yep. Oh, I'm on here for 44 hours. 44 minutes. Well, I might be on here for about an hour and then I'll hop off. Well, I don't have much. Oh, no, I don't have much to say anymore, but I do know for one, Mel, may I tell them, Mel, or you just want to be silent observant? Oh, well, I'm going to tell you. She graduated, of course. Was that was May? Yes, she um it's something like that. I know she tried to tell me, but I'm bad with. Yeah, I think that is how. But Mel, she passed her boards. She passed her boards, and now um she's working on getting licensed, and that's so awesome. I'm so proud of you, Mel. Now, if I need any um work with my lungs, I might have just to go to Kansas. Oh boy. Yes, she did it. I mean, I'm so proud of her. And it went fast for us. I'm sure she will look back and think, whoa. But at the time, it was like, yeah. Oh, and isn't that so true? The older you get, the longer and the quicker time goes. I mean, it's crazy. And oh, don't want to forget this either. I was actually watching something before I got on. Now that could easily be. Yeah, it's like, yeah. But today our bridge in our town opened up. It was on the main one of the main um streets. It wasn't on main drag. You know what I mean. Yep. That is a big change. Not having to go back in August. You're done, Mel. You're going to get a job, and yes. Oh boy, I have 20% of battery life. But yeah, they opened the bridge today. They're like 2 months ahead of time, but they closed the bridge almost a year ago. And it was because of the there were 3 bridges, including ours, that was made it the way it was. I think 30 years ago they said. or 60 maybe. And yeah, um, and we oh, trials, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have it with me, but we could almost. Oh dear. Yeah, but yeah, they one or two of the other bridges that was made like ours was it collapsed. So they finally closed it down and got new bridges, um the new bridge up, and they opened it today. And yeah, I haven't been on it yet, but I'm looking forward to. Oh, I am so glad your air conditioner is working, Mel. I wish ours in the bedroom would work. Actually, I might plug it in again tonight to see if it does. Oh, I would be so happy. If even it worked for a couple days and it gave out again, or if it would keep going, I mean, God can do it. He wants to. And yeah, but at least we have an air conditioner in the living room. But that is huge too. No, some people don't. What is tonight on the trial? Still swimming or something else? Now, I can't go before. I'm going to go in a few minutes because I do want to see if what kind of swimming, what kind of trials it is for tonight. Oh, that was diving is interesting. But the swimming is pretty good too. And those butterfly swimming, I'm like, oh my goodness. It's a wonder. I mean, it's something how fast they can swim with that kind of stroke. It's like, whoa. I was just amazed. Well, guys, I'll see you. Uh, oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah, last night I didn't watch it partly. Why didn't I watch it last night? Well, Sunday night I was out by mom, and so, but yeah, that one lady, wow. I think I watched her Saturday. Hey, I never learned how to swim. Breaststroke. That's probably the only swimming that makes sense to me. But yeah, but I can float. Yeah, I shouldn't talk too much. Of course, I'll be able to float. I know, but Dad, well, Mom, when she was um growing up, she loved water, and she learned how to swim and everything. But Dad, he's just the opposite. me, Bonnie. Dad, he doesn't like water. If he can do without water, I mean, so we hardly ever went to the lake or anywhere until I was older, and I did go some, and I went to the swimming pool. Well, like at the hotel, we paid to um be in the swimming pool, and I learned how to float and do the dog or whatever. And yeah, I haven't been to went to the water for a long time. So you do get up. That is neat. Yeah, I wonder if Miriam's gonna put Amy and Jesse in swimming. Um, I know Tim, he knew how to swim, and if he would been alive, he likely would have taught the girls to swim. But yeah, yeah, Dad, he just thought water was um dangerous, and yeah, so he didn't. So yeah, I do. Oh, I never. You know how you can walk off the edge of the pool, just jump in. I never could do that. I always have to go down the steps. I just so yeah, exactly. But Jesse, um, see, I'm just not. uh, it was something for me to ride a four-wheeler, which that's a completely different story. But and thing I know that. But um Jesse, oh my goodness. The one time they had a pool party or somewhere, uh, and Miriam took the girls, and they had a great big diving um diving slide down to the water. Well, they had a smaller slides that the little kids were going down and stuff. And all of a sudden, Miriam was like, where's Jesse? And here, I was only one of the bigger kids said, oh, she's over there. It was a great, the big slide. She was crawling her way up there. She was going to go down that slide. Yeah, I think it's best to learn how. And then if you're in water or something, and if nothing else, you can at least float and maybe stay safe. But yeah, that Jessie, I mean, she has no fear of nothing. One time, um, Miriam went outside. It was like, "Where's Jessie?" She was, well, true. The occurrence I did hear was is different. Um, she looked over and she climbed her dad's pickup truck. Well, it was a pickup truck, and she was, I think, on top of the roof of the cab, and just having fun. And Miriam's like, "Oh my goodness!" But yeah, Jessie, she's a little daredevil. Well, it's after 8. I'm going to get off of here. We can go and watch the swimming. I'll be there in a few minutes, and I will crochet more when we're watching that. And I'll I'll see you guys later. It's time. You mean for the swimming or for me to learn how to swim? All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. And remember, Jesus loves you, and I love you too. Bye. True.